You've shipped your game, you take a breath, and now you're feeling kind of lost, kind of sad. What's going on? This is called lots of different things. Let's just call it the post-ship blues. And this happens to a lot of us. Happens to me for sure. During the end of development, the entire team is incredibly focused on a single endpoint, on shipping this game, making it good, getting done. It is incredibly motivating to know every single day exactly where you're going to be, what you're going to be doing, and who you're going to be doing with it. You're all rallied together. You work almost like a single unit. There's an immense amount of team camaraderie that comes with this. There's an immense amount of just simplicity in your day. You probably aren't even getting lunch. You might not even be getting supper. You know what you're going to, where you're going to be eating, who you're going to be eating with every single day. It's just super simple. If you're doing crunch, there's a lot of mental stuff that's happening to your brain just to survive that process. You're probably falling into a certain amount of Stockholm syndrome, though in this case, the captor isn't a person, it's the project and the situation itself. So now all of that is gone. So you don't know what you're doing for lunch. You don't know what you're doing at every single minute of every single day. All those people who were around you have disappeared because maybe they've gone on vacation, or at the very least, you're hopefully taking a break. So it makes sense that this would feel bad, even though it's the end of arguably a pretty terrible phase of your life. It feels bad now because it's different. Your body, your brain is bouncing off of this situation, and it's not ready for something new, something less formed. So how do you come out the other side? For most of us, it's just a matter of time. You shouldn't immediately jump into some other intense situation, because then what you're doing is you're just feeding into almost an addiction to this state. This does happen to some of us, where you basically enter permanent firefighting mode and you run from crisis to crisis so that you can feel this state of high organization, high intensity, high pressure, high certainty all the time. But that's not sustainable. For almost all of us, the answer is to give yourself the time to essentially grieve the end of a phase of your life and allow yourself to acclimatize to something that is more normal. It's weird, and it feels weird even while it's happening, that you are feeling sad about the end of something that might be so awful, but you're not alone. This is something that happens to all of us. Give yourself the space to feel it, and give yourself the time to come out the other side. Don't fall into the trap of jumping onto something else as fast as you can just to keep the feeling going. So we have merch. This is High Tea on the High Seas. If you're interested in that, there's a shelf below this video. Special thanks to my members. They provide the resources that this channel needs to keep running. If you're interested in becoming a member, there will be a link to that down in the description. What do you think? Have you experienced this? I think this is probably not unique to the video game industry at all. It is something that happens at the end of any major phase of your life. There are certain things around crunch culture that make this a bit worse, I think, because it increases the psychological manipulation that occurs in this situation. But have you experienced this in other places? Let me know that down in the comments. If you found this useful, give it a thumbs up, because that will help YouTube know to spread it to other people. I will see you again soon. Thank you.